Hello, dear students. This is our lesson number 7, and today, as we have finished Unit 7, we're going to do an introduction to Unit 8 about changing the world. So in this lesson, you will learn new vocabulary about local and global issues and review non-defining clauses, a mini grammar for you guys. This unit is going to be about changes, about people having their says and talking about their rights, etc. So as you can see in this photo, people are trying to tell something to a higher institutions, and this is called protest. So we have this word both in noun and verb, but there's a little difference between noun and verb. It is about their pronunciation. So when it is a noun, we say protest, and when it is used as a verb, we say protest. Protest and protest. For example, the British team logged an official protest. Before he protested, he had filled both glasses. Okay, so protested, verb, protest, noun. So in your books on page 86, you can see people, and here what is happening at the photos. The thing which is common in all three photos is that people are protesting. So people are trying to say something. In the first one, for example, the men are demonstrating or protesting against the loss of UK jobs. So we use the preposition against with protesting and demonstrating. The woman is signing a petition. Petition is a formal written request to support one idea, for example. So usually for a petition, many people should sign for it to become valid. In a second photo, we see some people who are on a protest march. People are demonstrating and protesting, yes, and some people are holding up placards. The women at the front are shouting. So the protest march is when many people line up and march on, so walk on. Placard, as you can see, is a table with some words and mottos on it. On the third photo, photo C, you can see some people who are holding a rally. Rally is when people join in order to support something specific. So the man in the foreground is saying something through a megaphone, as you can see, using this tool to be able to be heard. So this is pretty much what we have to start with, and we have a lot of new vocabulary, which is not that new to you guys, because the global issues are something that we hear every day from the news and all those sources. So we have just need to check the pronunciation. So censorship, corruption, famine, when people starve, when people have no food, gender, globalization, homelessness, immigration, racism. So you remember football players say no to racism, terrorism, and no terrorism, of course, and unemployment. Okay. Censorship, corruption, famine, gender, globalization, homelessness, immigration, racism, terrorism, unemployment. Unemployment, when people have no job. You know what is terrorism and racism and immigration and homelessness and globalization, gender, etc. So I'm not going to tell you the meaning of all these words. But here we have newspaper headlines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on Edu page, guys, I left the task to you related with this one. So what you need is to match this vocabulary related with global issues with these newspaper headlines. For example, let's say, 4, women sacked for being pregnant. Pregnant is, в положении, women в положении. Sack means уволить с работы. So the woman was kicked from her job for being pregnant. So what is it? Which global issue is this? This is more probably is something related with gender. So women, gender inequality, maybe, yes. So you need to write there. The suitable noun that describes this newspaper headline. Okay. So the last one, guys, and is a mini grammar. Non-defining relative clauses. Non-defining relative clause is this clause, which is used as an extra information about a person, thing, or place. For example, here we have a person, and this is an extra information about this person, but the sentence still makes sense without the clause. For example, Sarah teacher, who I work with, is moving to Almaty this year. So we have to use commas, and but if we take it out, Sarah teacher is moving to Almaty this year, the sentence still makes sense without this clause. So we use the relative pronouns like who, what, where, when, and etc. That and here is another example. We listened to Dave Smith's speech, which was about students' rights. So, which was about students' rights is a non-defining relative clause. We listened to Dave Smith's speech. This is the main clause. So the main clause makes sense without the non-defining relative clause, which gives us, remember, an extra information about this main clause. That's it for today. Go check Edu page. There are tasks for you to conclude this introduction, and see you in a video call.